Hello everybody, welcome to a new video of JMSpeedshop. S124 V8 project. If you're new to the channel, right corner view is my logo. You can click on it, see the whole page and also this project. Because there are a lot of features before this. If you want to see more, also look on my website JMSpeedshop.com. is over here. This is the second video of dismantling the car for the underbody and the engine bay restoration. So engine is out, as you can see. Engine is out here, transmission is out, rear axle is out. Last video I showed the back of the car, the underbody and that sort of stuff. I'm now getting the engine bay empty, wiring loom out. So the loom on the left side is out. There's some repairing over here. There was a very big hole in it. This loom is from all the connection on this side of the engine, also from the headlamp. Everywhere I put stickers on it. I should do it before I get the old engine out, but yeah, it's always too late. But I found everything back because I got some wiring looms. Two big connectors are over here. Also, I think this is the ABS. That's the engine plug for the engine ECU. Then you've got this relay. This is the fuel pump, so this will be removed completely afterwards. There are some cables going underneath. I'm going to get all the wiring out that way because I can clean everything up here. This cap should be on here, so it needs to be. This is a pretty important relay. This is the over voltage relay. The wires, that's some wiring, part of the wiring is going back in there, some are coming out of here. Also, where is it? There are some connectors. This is the ABS sensor to the back. I have to connect it to the one on the front wheel to get no fault, because the differential that I have has no sensor in it. It's normally in the wheels, but I still want to have the ABS working on the front wheels. Then there was a big clean wire somewhere. I forget where it is. Cannot find it. But there's also a wire that's for the oxygen sensor that is not in here, which is pretty weird. So on this side, ABS is removed. This is the battery wire that is normally on that side connected. But it will be put back. So I already removed the top part of the fuse box. There's a relay box. I don't know what these relays are. I have to look the numbers. 3 relays, so I have to pull this out because there are normally 4 wires. Then you can put the 4 screws. You can get the top caps off. Then there's one connector here. Then you can click this one out, lift it up. There are all kind of connectors underneath here. These should you leave in as much as possible because it's an open connection into the car. So I'm going to remove these, get the plugs out, get the relays back into there, make pictures of everything so I know how it sits. Then I'm hoping that I can put this complete fuse box through the hole into the car, and I will flip all the wires out of here, also put it all in there, make pictures of everything, document. That's very important, document everything, because I had it before. If you forget something, and you will forget something, you can look it back onto the pictures. So you can see I got a hole to repair here. This is, and there is also another hole. These holes are from the from these inner fender liners. So there are some screw points on it that will rot out in some kind of way, and then yeah, then you got a damage. So that need to be repaired. The rest is pretty hot. So these 2 points, there is a point here, and there is something here. I have to get a look into it, what it is. Also needs to be repaired. De-rust all this stuff, and it's pretty good. I'm also going to remove the. I think I'm also going to remove the brake booster, because then I can make a nice paint job. So it will be all black. That's the plan. yeah, that's it. I have to have a look how this whole thing works with the fan and everything, if I have to remove it, because I think the fan is coming out from inside the car and not from here. But I'm going to remove this stuff also, and yeah, I have to have a look. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Yeah, also I removed 2 wires from this connection. This is one is mounted on the shock here. On the side are 2 bolts here. It's mounted here. There is the battery going to. It's going to the battery and it's going to the alternator and that sort of stuff. So it's pretty important. So I remove the wires from there, and you have to put a label on it that you know how to put it back. Otherwise you get big problems. So steering box needs to go out. It looks a lot of work, but I think it's not that. Yeah, I think I will fix it in 2 hours or something. So let's go. Little update. Got a lot of wiring removed from this section. The relays are out. Got some cables pulled back. So this is one of the wiring looms that I need to check completely. And needs to go back in the car because there is power connections and that sort of stuff, and the lighting and the blinkers, external relay. I had to sort it out. My electrical heated seats were never working in this car, and this is like a small fuse box. You can normally open it, but you can see it is burned, so I have to check that circuit. So that's pretty good to look at it now. So this is one of the looms that needs to be reused completely, I think. Then I got one loom that's pulled back already. This is the X35. That's normally on here. That's the power connection from the alternator and the battery and that sort of stuff. So I've got one wire back in here still. This is the ABS connector. I'm going to keep the ABS. There's one connection that I need to sort out. This is a plus wire that's going to, this is the point where the over voltage relay is on. So you can see all the other wires, like this is the fuel pump relay, and this is from the ECU from the Kayaktronic. So this will all be removed. The most sections will be all removed. So this is the connection that's in the fuse box. I numbered them. This is all sensors and stuff. So I need to check what the over voltage relay is really doing, because there's only one wire going through it, going in a loom, and I think that wire is going in here somewhere. So this wire. So it's going in the car to something. There is not a lot connected to it. So if this is all obsolete, then I can just delete this complete wire. But first I'm going to check what the over voltage relay is doing. And it's also doing something with the kick down. Don't need it anymore. So that's the point where I'm now. So you can see in here that it's pretty dirty. So need to check everything. This is not rusted through. It's all pretty clean, not too bad. So on the other side I also going to remove the brake booster, but it's not as bad. I thought it would be much worse because I already had some small holes here, but all pretty good. So the complete loom is out of the car. Everything is out of here. There is dirt in here, but it's not no rust damage at all in the areas behind the engine bay, if you can consider this the engine bay, and this is the auxiliary areas. I got also the ABS removed. This is in the earlier videos I think I showed it. This is the mount from a newer car because it fits better. So normally the ABS is now mounted like this, but in the older cars like this, originally it's turned 90 degrees over because the oil tank is on this side normally. Now it's on this side because of space for the turbo on that side. For the rest, there are just a few issues here. I have to have a look in this area. This has been repaired in the past. I have to repair this hole. There is a hole, and there's a hole over here. So 3 holes I need to weld. So this is just a water passage that is connected to the connection here. So the water out of here flows into there, to that hole down. So there is only 1 wire left. So there's this wire that's from the this is the brake indication for the pads, and this is from the level of the fluid. So that will go through when I have the brake booster out. Brake booster is just 4 bolts on the inside. Remove it, just 1 spring of the pedal, and then you can remove it. I hope I don't have to remove the brake cylinder, because I want to leave it intact as much as possible. And you can see there's some dirt over here. I shoved all the wires down in there, also the fuse box. And for the rest it looks all pretty, it's pretty solid. I'm a little bit surprised that it looks that good, because there is some dirt underneath the tunnel there, and it's all solid. So normally you think that something like that will rust through, because it's staying wet for a long time, dirt like this. So that's the next thing I'm going to do, remove that one. All the vacuum lines need to be removed. There is 1 relay. It's like this is for the heater or the fan speed. So there are big resistors in it. This is for the fan speed. I also have to remove that one. This is over here in the 190. It's placed on the other side. So that's and the cable. This one I want to be removed, or just because otherwise it's getting all painted. I don't want that. So let's go. A few days later, needed some time to film some stuff, of course. So what I did is hood is removed. You can see that's because it's easier to put paint on it, of course, and to see all the other stuff. So I think the last time I did not remove the brake booster yet, so I removed it. Wiring is complete out of the car, or out of the engine bay. Removed all the other bits. I think also the vacuum lines were in here. Also did that. Cleaned everything up, so you can see it's pretty clean in here. Repaired some points here, welded them. Put in, it's like it's like a filler. It's like a seam filler, so it stays a little bit flexible. So when you paint it, the finish will be maybe not as good as new, but for me it's good enough, because the engine bay needs to be a little bit flexible, and everything is built over it. I will paint it black. So this is like a filler that it's not the same as a body filler, but it's the same like it's the same like that stuff that's over here. It's pretty hard. So I filled all the bad spots with it. It looks pretty clean. And it's water and airtight, so that's the most important thing. So sanded everything down with Scotch Brite, cleaned everything, so you can see it's pretty shiny. So removed all the grease and that's the stuff. So what is the plan with painting this engine bay? So I will paint it up till the half. So the important thing is it should be painted up till this line or something. So I will paint it till here, I think, and then the rubber coating will be somewhere here. I have to have a look. That's the same what I did with the 190. It's a pretty good coating, but I also use on the underbody, and I want to have the engine bay black. That's the most easy color, because I always change the color of the outside. I still don't really know what color I'm going to paint it on the outside. So I think black is the most easiest. Also when you have some damage, you just can easily repair it. Also this side is empty, pretty clean. Everything is out. Also in there, you can see it's pretty solid. I was pretty surprised, because I got some holes over here, but in there it's always wet and stuff in it. It was all pretty clean. So I think there has been a battery leak in the past, because there is some spots over here where the paint is off. And everything where it's rust on it, I will repair it with a rust epoxy. It will convert it to like a solid surface. So I removed all the top rust, so like these kind of spots you can really good repair it, and you get like a black shiny finish like this. So then that's good enough. You can also see it here. You can paint over it with just a normal 2K paint. So that's what I'm going to do in here. So the thing that I need to do in here is do the rust spots epoxy stuff on it, like 2 or 3 layers. It dries pretty fast, so that's what I'm going to do today. Then get everything painted off and plastic over it that's not needed to get paint on, of course. And also the hood is outside because it's nice, very nice weather. So the hood is over here. I removed all plastic bits, removed the grill. Grill was pretty solid, not any rust on it. Removed all the top rust. This will all be covered with like an isolation pad or anything else. So I think the only thing that you can see is this piece. So this piece is pretty solid, no damages on it. I also used like Scotch Brite, like this stuff. People know what it is, of course. So that's what I'm going to use to get a little bit of it clean. So I use with water and soap, clean it, everything, and then also sand it. Also in here, this is not that important because there will be a pad glued on it again. So all the small bits I'm not really worried about. It's more that it's a flat surface and the rust is protected. So that's what I'm going to do. Also remove the, of course, the how say that, the wiper sprayers. So this will be all with the same stuff, the epoxy rust converter. So that's what I'm going to do. After that I will cover everything and I can paint it. It's very nice weather, so I just paint the hood outside and the rest inside. That's the plan. So epoxy is dry, taped everything off, so it's ready for paint. Same for the engine bay. Everything is taped off. This should not be painted. I will clean it off with some paint and I clean everything off so the dust and everything is not there anymore. And then we will start. And the next clip I show you when it's in black. So all painted, all black. Still the paper is still on, of course. This is the end result. So looking all pretty good. It's a long time, but I did some painting, but you can see there is it's pretty good. On this side you can see there is some leftovers from the glue, but yeah, I don't really care because there is going to be a pad over it. So it's more like this is the only part that's inside that people can see. The other sides, I think this is all covered. So pretty good. So engine bay, it's I think 2 hours back that I painted it, so it's still a little bit sticky, but you can see it looks all pretty good. It's a long time ago that I did some paint job, but it's all covered. Of course there will be some dust spots and everything on it, but not too bad. A lot of this from this paint job you will not see again because everything will be built over it. So it's all pretty good. Maybe some dust spots, that sort of thing. It's all pretty good. Nice. So the next video will be about building up the wiring loom back into the car and all the other bits, and of course I'm going to be the bottom end of the car. So from the subframe and lower will be all coated in the black rubber coating. Yeah, that will be the next thing. Hood can be placed back and then we will start from there building everything back again. So thanks for watching. If there are any questions about this video, let me know in the comments. You can also look on my website JMSpeedshop.com. If you're not subscribed yet to the page or you want to see the other videos, look in the right corner of your smart logo. You can click on it and see all the other videos. And thanks for watching. See you for the next one. Bye bye.